So it was brought to my attention that the Oklahoma City Thunder and Sam Presti have built a future for themselves better than any of y'all so-called 2K rebuild experts. And upon looking into it, this man is the best GM in basketball. If you take a look at this Oklahoma City Thunder roster and future salary cap and draft pick capital, which we're about to do in today's video, you will be blown away. They have one of the best young guards in the NBA, Shai Gilgeous Alexander. One of the best young backcourts in the NBA with SGA and Josh Giddey. Jalen Williams, Lou Dort, and Chet Holmgren are, well, at least Jalen Williams and Chet Holmgren are going to be two of the best players from the 2022 draft class. And Lou Dort is one of the best perimeter defenders in the NBA. Not to mention an entire war chest of draft picks to use in the future. So make sure you stick around for this full video because we're going to basically hype up the Oklahoma City Thunder for about 9 minutes. So make sure to hit the like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button. As you can see here, large majority of the people that watch these videos are not subscribed. So please hit that subscribe button because we got about 13 days to hit 10K. That's been the goal all summer, trying to hit 10K before the season starts. So hit that subscribe button, help us out. Now, with that being said, let's get started and look out. Because the OKC Thunder made the play-in last year as one of the best young teams in the NBA, and they add the number 2 overall pick from the 2022 draft, as well as the number 12 overall pick from this year's draft. Chet Holmgren put up 21 points, 9 rebounds, and 1 block in 16 minutes in his first preseason action the other day. At Gonzaga, he put up 14, 10, and 2, so we know this dude is going to be able to play in the league. He is going to be an issue. At 7 foot, can dribble, pass, and shoot. Is he potentially the Rookie of the Year? We will see because, yes, he is eligible for that award this year after, not playing a single second last year, so he could Joel Embiid it and win a Rookie of the Year this year, or Blake Griffin, whatever you want to call it. So, yeah, Chet Holmgren's going to be an issue this year. They also have a top, where would y'all put Shai in the NBA? He had a crazy leap last year. Is he a top 10 player? I mean, it's hard to argue if you look at the stats. 31.5 points a game, 5.5 rebounds, and 5 assists. Absolute video game numbers. I don't even think I could put those up in a video game. I'm not going to lie. Especially on 51% shooting from the field, 34% from 3, 1.6 steals, 1 block. Dude was a stat sheet merchant last year. And, I mean, it translated on the court as well because the Thunder were a solid team. Can he sustain it? I'm not sure. He may not be able to because that'd be really tough. But if he is able to have another year like he did last year, this year, I mean, look out. The Thunder are going to be one of the best teams in the NBA. He's got a really nice backcourt mate. See what I did there? Australian accent with that mate. Josh Giddey, 16.5 points a game, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. Even though the man has absolutely no bag, he just dribbles around. He's still able to torch NBA defenses because he's 6'8" and can really pass the ball. Can't really shoot the 3 ball that well yet, but we knew that since he came into the league, the 3 ball was going to be a work in progress. 48% from the field is good, and at 21 years old, between him and SGA, they have to have the 2 most efficient young guards in the entirety of the NBA. Now, let's take a look at the Rookie of the Year runner-up from last year. Last year's most underrated rookie, Jalen Williams. A guy that came into the league, averaged 14.5 points, 4.5 rebounds, 3.5 assists, absolutely took the NBA, well, didn't take the NBA by storm, but he kind of shocked a lot of people, including myself. I mean, I was high on him. I wouldn't go out and get him at number 11 high, but hey, he came in 14.5, 4.5, 3.5 on 52% shooting from the field, 36% from 3, and also was a really good defender, averaging 1.5 steals per game. Jalen Williams, another guy. You can add him to the list of the people that are going to be a problem for the Oklahoma City Thunder this year. I mean, they are creating a dynasty in front of our eyes. They also have Poku, a 6'11" demigod who, 8.1 points a game, 4.7 rebounds, 1.9 assists on 44% shooting from the field, 37% from 3, and 1.4 steals. They have like 2 or 3 basketball demigods on this roster at 6'11", 7 foot, can dribble, pass, and shoot. It's going to be tough to stop. They got Poku. They got, of course, Chet Holmgren, Ousmane Dieng. And the future is just too bright. I mean, you look at all of these picks here. They have the Clippers' unprotected pick this year, which probably won't be great. They have Houston's top 4 protected pick, so that's probably going to end up in OKC. They have the Jazz's top 10 protected pick. may or may not end up in OKC. I think it conveys to the next year if it doesn't. And then they don't have their own pick, which is interesting. But in 2025, they have their own. If you want to pause and read all that, you can. And then they got a few more protected picks. And then 2026, they have a couple more protected picks. But most of the protections are light, as in they don't really, they're not protected past the 4th overall pick. So you get a top 5 pick off of a top 4 protected pick. You could get pretty lucky there and end up getting yourself a stud. And then you look at all these picks. They got 2 in 2027, as well as a second-round pick in 2028. They have another pick. 2029, they have another pick. 2030, they have another pick. I mean, those are their own. And then 2 second-rounders in 2028 and 2029. Actually, in 2029, they have 4 second-rounders. So Sam Presti could flip those into something even better. So on top of all those picks, on top of all the youth, and having team control over all of their players for the next 4 years, they have $20 million plus in cap space next year, depending on what they decide to do with Davis Bertans and depending on how much the salary cap increases. It's projected to be at about $136 million. You take out Davis Bertans, there's $20 million. You could make some more trades, and the Thunder are looking great. We haven't even talked about Lou Dort or Kason Wallace yet. We're going to get to them in a second, but probably the best 2 defenders on this team on the perimeter. And then they also have, Vasily Micic. I apologize. I probably just butchered that first name. Somebody help me out down in the comments below. But we're going to call him Micic here for this video. A veteran they bring in to come off the bench. And I really like what they've done with the bench, which we will talk about here in a second, after we talk about this starting lineup, consisting of Josh Giddey, SGA. They also have Jalen Williams, Lou Dort. I think they will play the 4-guard lineup around Chet Holmgren. If it was me, that's what I would do. But again, there's reasons I'm not an NBA coach. And rotations is definitely one of them, as well as a lot of other things. But if I was the Oklahoma City Thunder head coach, then this is how I would do it. Giddey and SGA, that's probably one of the best young backcourts. Definitely the best under 25 backcourt in the league, I feel like you'd have to say. In competition for one of the best young backcourt. Although the Grizzlies, is Ja 25 yet? I don't know. But yeah, I think they're going 4-round-1 with the 4 guards and then Chet down low. And then off the bench, you have Kason Wallace, Isaiah Joe, Kendrick Williams, Micic, and Poku. Again, this is not guaranteed to be the bench. This is just what I would do. Throwing your veterans in there with Isaiah Joe, with Kendrick Williams, with Micic, guys that know how to win basketball games, crafty veterans, to come off the bench behind all of your firepower. And then you also throw the rookie in there, Kason Wallace, who is just a winning player, really good defender. And then Poku, who I hope has a very nice season. If not, then you can you have a lot of other options, which we're about to talk about. This team is deep. They got 15 guys that legitimately could play. But if it were up to me, again, this is how I would do the bench. However, like I said, many reasons that I'm not an NBA head coach. They also have Ousmane Dieng. They got Aaron Wiggins. They got Trey Mann. They got Jeremiah Robinson-Earl. All those guys are relatively young. Wiggins and JRE honestly probably could contribute on the roster this year. Could probably be bench players. Maybe they get traded. We'll see. But, a good thing about the NBA, injuries will happen. It's an 82-game season. The more depth, the better. They also have Jalen Williams, who can come in and play backup center. He'll probably take a few charges as well. So I love this Oklahoma City Thunder team. Like I said, they are building a dynasty right in front of our very eyes, and I am loving getting to watch it. If that made sense, it should have. English is a little bit hard sometimes, but yeah, that's why I'm loving watching this Oklahoma City Thunder dynasty take shape. Appreciate greatness while you can, people. With that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like button and hit that subscribe button if you have not already. And with all that being said, thanks so much for watching today's video.